Alright, it's been a couple of weeks since I did the TV show tag video, and this time I'm going to be doing the My Life in Movies tag video. And there's an interesting setup to this one because I've kinda been tagged to do this, but not really. Well, I have, and I hadn't at the same time. Basically what happened was, I was tagged by Dennis at the Blu-ray Corner to do the TV shows tag, and I thought he tagged me to do this one. So I was going to mention him in this one, but it turns out he tagged me in the TV show one. I didn't mention him, so I got it all mixed up. So Dennis, I apologize. Go check his channel out. And this time I'm doing the movie tag, which no one had tagged me in. But now, since that time, someone has tagged me in it. So yeah, if you can get your head around that. Emily's Adventures in Horrorland tagged me. Go check her channel out, especially if you like horror films. She does fantastic videos. Unfortunately for me, I haven't seen half the stuff that she's reviewed, but the ones I have seen and have watched her reviews, they're awesome. So definitely check her channel out. I'll put 2 links down below. So the My Life in Movies tag, I've done this before. I did this years ago, and I'm sure no one has seen it or remembered it if they have seen it. And the answers always change anyway, so let's get right to it. There are 14 questions, holy shit. Number 1, first steps, the first film you remember seeing as a kid. I guess I don't remember seeing Aliens. I've told the story far too many times at this point, but I saw Aliens before I was even 1 year old. My mum had the videotape, she put it on, and I stopped crying and moaning for 2 hours and just sat, eyes glazed over, looking at this horrifying movie. Great parenting. No, it was fine. I turned out fine, I think. But the first film I remember seeing as a kid would be Beauty and the Beast. I have a very distinct memory of seeing that opening shot of the castle in the cinema, and that came out in '91, so I would have been like 2, maybe 3. And that's one of my earliest memories, period. Number 2, teenage crush. Which actor or actress did you have a crush on? There's so many actors, but as far as actresses go, I think Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, was one when I was a kid. One of the Olsen twins, they were in a sitcom called Two of a Kind, I think, in the late 90s. And I really liked Mary-Kate Olsen. My mum told my stepdad this, and he was like, but they're twins. And my response was, I know that. And he's like, well, why do you prefer one over the other? I was like, I don't know. I just couldn't explain it, but I really like Mary-Kate for some reason. And another one I always go back to around that time when I was growing up was Jennifer Connelly. Yeah. Number 3, bad choices, good outcome. A movie you watched and ended up enjoying even though you wanted to hate it. I'm going to go along with people like, I think Brian mentioned this, like I never go into a film wanting to hate it. Otherwise, why are you watching it, you know? I mean, there are films I know I won't like, so I don't watch them. Some of the Adam Sandler stuff, not interested. I have no interest in those whatsoever, so I have no answer to this, but one thing I will say is that something that I wanted to dislike, or I wanted to find fault in, or I wanted to find things in it where I could say, this isn't as good as everyone says it is. It was not a movie, it was a TV show, Breaking Bad. Everyone talked about Breaking Bad like it was the second coming of Christ himself, and I just thought there's no way this TV show is as good as everyone is saying it is, and it was. It was. But I didn't go into it wanting to hate it. I went into it going, it's not that good. I was definitely on my high horse about Breaking Bad, and got flipped completely on my arse on that one. Number 4, first date. When you went on a first date, what movie did you see? I've never been on a first date and gone to see a movie. In fact, it's hard for me to even think about dates going to see a movie. I remember going to see the Simpsons movie in 2007, but I'm pretty sure we'd already split up by then. So that's something. Yeah, I don't have a good answer for this one. The first movie me and Connie went to see was Avatar. That's a memorable one, I guess. Not really a first date though. Number 5, home comforts. What movie reminds you of time with your family? I got 3 for this one, I guess. 4, in fact. One would be the Rocky series. I have a very strong connection with my grandpa, who passed away many years ago, to those movies, so that's always going to remind me of him and be special to me. Another one is Back to the Future, watching it with my nan, who's still around, and great memories of watching that film with her. And then the other 2 would be The Navigator, and also tied with that probably Fern Gully from my dad. I used to watch those with him, and they really remind me of time with my dad when I was a kid. And then the big one probably is The Burbs, which reminds me of my mum, and that's our favourite movie to watch together. We watch it at least, once every year or every 2 years. So those are the kind of films that remind me of family. Number 6, Heartbreak. What movie really upsets or hit you more than you thought? Plenty of movies hit me harder than I thought, but I guess this question is more related to really, cutting close to what's the fucking phrase? Hitting close to home, cutting too close to the what is it? Seriously, there's just some phrases like head in a swivel. I don't know, but anyway, the films that just they hit too hard. Basically, they remind you of something in your life, like whatever. I can't think of any specifically outside of the film that I saw after my first big breakup. Well, my only big breakup really, and it was just it was devastating. And I came home and Lost in Translation was playing on the TV, so I watched like the last 3/4 of that, and I don't think I've ever gone back to it. So that was one that I guess that's a sore point. Well, not anymore, but it was at the time for sure. But there are other. Do you know? I wouldn't even say this is a heartbreak or anything, but I don't even want to go into why. But when I saw Boys in the Hood, right, I could almost see a reaction right through time and space and the internet there. Boys in the Hood. That one really hit close to home, and I'm not going to say why, but that really surprised me. That's a movie I was not thinking I would enjoy. I ended up loving, so I could throw that into number 3, I guess. But again, didn't go into it, wanted to hate it. Number 7, Leaving Home. Which movie was the first you watched without your family? Well, I didn't leave home until I was in my early 20s, but the first film I went to see in the cinema on my own. And it's funny, I still see people saying this, right? There was a friend of mine on Facebook, and he was like, oh, I want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but no one's around to go see it, and I don't want to be Billy No Mates going to watch a film on my own. It's like, get over yourself. Seriously. Go and watch a film on your own. You don't go to a cinema to sit down and have a conversation with the person next to you. You go down to the cinema to watch the film in front of you on the big screen and experience the story. And yeah, of course, you don't get the walking out and saying, oh, okay, what did you think and all that, but you can do that afterwards. I don't get the stigma of going to a cinema to watch a movie on your own. Do you say, oh, I can't sit at home and watch a film on my own, I'm going to be Billy No Mates. Just watch the film. So the first time I went to the cinema on my own was I would have been 13. I went to see AI in the cinema on my own. That came out in 2001. So yeah, I would have been about 13 years old. And I remember sitting in the front row and being a little bit nervous about it. I'd gone into the city on my own probably for the first time as well. And it was a late showing. But it was fine. I lived and I enjoyed the film. So yeah, AI is kind of the first film I saw on my own in the cinema. Question 8. Good times. What movie do you watch the most? And why? Probably Empire Strikes Back, I guess. That's my favourite film, but I don't even watch it that often. I've definitely gotten to a point in my life where I don't like to rewatch films that much unless it's like a new thing I've seen and it's so good I need to show it to Connie right away. A couple of times that's happened recently, but my favourite films, I make sure I leave at least a year each time. I like to let them breathe a bit. I don't rewatch films a lot. But Empire Strikes Back is probably the one I've watched. And I would say that I've probably watched Aliens more than any other film. From start to finish. I've had Empire Strikes Back on and Star Wars movies on, while I was a kid all the time. But Aliens is one that I will sit down from start to finish and just, it never gets old. So that's probably the one I watch the most, I guess. And it also helps that Connie is really enthusiastic about the first 2 Alien films. Like, every few months, Connie, oh, we're going to watch Alien or Aliens, She isn't like that with Star Wars, so it kind of is predicated on what she wants to watch as well sometimes. So Aliens, I guess, would be the answer to number 8. Number 9, learn a new language. What is your favourite non-English language movie? That'd be Seven Samurai. That's the best film I've ever seen, so that's an easy one to answer. Don't need to talk about that one too much. Number 10, Can't Leave the Sofa. What series on TV got you hooked? Breaking Bad. Coming back to that again. I watched the first couple of episodes, looking to kind of be a bit of a dick and go, it's not that good, guys, but it was that good. And I spent, I think I noted it down. It was 16 days from me starting it. And I watched all 5 seasons in 16 days. I had like no sleep. I would be up until 6 in the morning, go to work the next day, do it all over again. I just watched them over. I just was so hooked on that show. It just overtook my life for those 2 weeks. And then I had 8 more episodes to wait for 6 months after that. So yeah, I really had to play catch up with Breaking Bad, but it was an incredible experience. Number 11, I'm going to need to cough, excuse me. Sick day, what an appropriate topic. What movie do you watch if you don't feel well to cheer you up? I don't watch anything when I'm sick. Like, I want to, you know, I want to, like, okay, I'm sick, let's just get some movies watched, but it never happens. It just never happens. I'm just wallowing all day, not doing anything, and then I feel even worse at the end of it. But I guess in theory it would be something like The Empire Strikes Back or Back to the Future, something really enjoyable. But yeah, usually when I'm sick, I don't end up watching anything. Number 12, looking to the future. What movies are you looking forward to seeing? We've got Alien Covenant in a couple of weeks. Really excited about that and kind of nervous about it as well because I feel like it could really under-deliver. I don't think it's going to over-deliver, but if it delivers, then I'm excited for it. War for the Planet of the Apes. Cannot wait for that. So excited that Matt Reeves is back directing that. He did a phenomenal job with the last one. Blade Runner 2049. Cannot wait for that. Looks stunning. And of course, Star Wars Episode 8 is big on the list. But you know, I'm looking forward to all the the tentpole movies as well. Spider-Man: Homecoming should be fun. Can't wait to see Michael Keaton in that. That's going to be awesome. That's really my main reason. Thor Ragnarok is probably going to be pretty good. Justice League, yeah, I'll go see it. Wonder Woman, I'll go see it. You know. Number 14, End of the Road. What 3 films do you think you will always enjoy watching? Well, it's just going to be the boring answer, really, isn't it? Empire Strikes Back, Back to the Future, Aliens. There we go. 3 of my favorite movies. You know, Seven Samurai is up there too, and a few other films. But you know, if I was told you got 3 movies to watch before you die, that's it. Empire, Back to the Future, Aliens. I don't know what order I put them in, but those are the 3. Those are my 3. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Should I tag some people? I don't even know who's done this. Everyone's done this. It's been going around like I was going to say something bad then, but it's been going around like an STD. So I really don't know. Scott Cineram, if you haven't done it, I think you have done it. I think I've even seen it maybe. I don't know. Fuck. I'm so behind on videos and stuff. I've been so busy lately. Ryan Chataway, I don't think I've seen you do it, so you can do it. Ryan Chataway, you can do the movie tag. Man versus Film. Yeah, I'm going to tag you. I don't know if you're interested in doing these kind of videos, but if you are, you can do it as well. And again, I'll do the boring thing. Anyone who's watching this, consider yourself tagged. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
He's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans and calling into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.